Good evening and welcome to Hendricks Chapel, one of the most beloved spaces on the Syracuse University campus. First, I would like to acknowledge with respect the Onondaga Nation, firekeepers of the Haudenosaunee, the indigenous people whose ancestral lands Syracuse University now stands. My name is Andrea Rose Oates, and I am honored to serve as your MC for tonight. I'm a senior, double majoring in public relations in Newhouse and policy studies in Maxwell on the pre-law track. I've had the privilege of serving as president of Alpha Kappa Alpha's sorority's illustrious Iota Upsilon chapter, co-secretary of the Black Student Union, events chair for the Women in Communications Club, and an account associate at Hill Communications. I'm also a member of the Newhouse Student Representative Committee. First, a warm welcome to all Senior Alumni Reunion attendees joining us tonight, along with members of the Board of Trustees and our tremendous volunteer leaders from the SUA Board and the Generation Orange Leadership Council. We're thrilled to have you here. Syracuse has given me so much, and tonight is a beautiful reminder of what makes this community so special. It is my pleasure to help us all celebrate all those we're honoring this evening who reflect the very best of what it means to be orange. In recent weeks, we've celebrated several announcements of new leadership, including our new Chancellor, Mike Haney, Athletic Director Brian Blair, and head men's basketball coach Jerry McNamara. We've also completed a record-breaking Syracuse Giving Day, raising nearly $4 million for Syracuse University. Definitely a lot to celebrate. Above all, we've been reminded of the power of community as we come together to support Chancellor Kent Syverud and his family after his recent cancer diagnosis. Chancellor Syverud and his wife, Dr. Ruth Chen, will receive the Arents Award later this evening. They wanted very much to be here with us, and we will recognize them in person when the time is right. In Chancellor Syverud's own words, "I believe in the road ahead, and I intend to walk it with everything I have." Let us never forget that being orange brings a responsibility to support and care for one another. And tonight, we'll do just that as we recognize our honorees, those who join us in this beautiful space, and those who cannot. Before we begin our program this evening, I'd like to invite Rebecca Reed-Kantowitz, Interim Dean of Hendricks Chapel, to offer a few words of welcome.
Good evening and welcome. Truly welcome to Hendricks Chapel. This space has been the spiritual and communal heart of Syracuse University since 1930. It was given to us by Senator Francis Hendricks in honor of his wife, Eliza, with one enduring vision, that it would be a home for all faiths and a place for all people. That vision certainly feels alive tonight. For nearly a century, these walls have held some of the university's most powerful moments, gatherings of grief and celebration, protest and prayer, music and reflection. Tonight, we gather as people who love this university and who have been shaped by it. Tonight's honorees embody what this chapel has always stood for: selfless service, generosity that lifts others, and a deep and lasting commitment to something larger than any one of us. That is the spirit that has always found a home here. I am so grateful to have you here with us, our honorees, our presenters, our guests, and every member of the Orange family who made tonight possible. You are a reminder of why this place matters. Hendricks Chapel is gifted with history and full of possibility, and tonight, with all of you here, I can say with great joy, welcome home. Let's celebrate together. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Kantowitz. Our first award of the evening celebrates our young alumni, those who graduated in the past decade. It is now my honor to invite to the stage the president of the Generation Orange Leadership Council and member of the class of 2015, Stephanie Ann, who will begin by recognizing this evening's Generation Orange Award honoree.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Before we actually begin our award presentations, we are missing the member of our third chair party up here. I'd like to ask Syracuse University's acting chancellor, Mike Haney himself, to come up to the stage, as he'll be the one actually handing the awards to each of our honorees tonight. And now let's begin. The Generation Orange Award is presented to a recent graduate who has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to their community, their profession, and of course, to Syracuse University. All within a decade, the last 10 years of graduation. It is my privilege to announce this year's award recipient. Ronald J. Taylor earned both his bachelor's and master's degrees from Syracuse University, graduating with a degree in political science and policy studies with a minor in African American studies, and then later a master's degree in secondary education. He was recognized as a Coronat Scholar, an Our Time Has Come Scholar, Senior Class Marshal, and an Imagining America Fellow. Since leaving Syracuse, Ron has built a career at the intersection of education leadership, youth development, and technology policy. From senior roles at Harlem Children's Zone and Horace Mann School to TikTok's global product policy team focused exclusively on youth safety, to now his current role as the inaugural executive director of the New York Collegiate Institute. He is also currently pursuing his MBA at Columbia Business School as a Fort Fellow. He's also very involved on Syracuse University's Multicultural Advancement Advisory Council, as we were discussing earlier. He is a true example of what it means to give back and to bring others along with him. Please join me in welcoming this year's Generation Orange Award recipient to the stage, Ronald Taylor.
Good afternoon. So I was raised by a Baptist family, so when we talk, you got to hear back. Good afternoon. There we go. Here we are. First, I want to give honor to God, my parents and family that are here for joining me, and to the Alumni Association. I want to take us back as a former history teacher to 1967, where Adam Clayton Powell asked a room similar to this, "What is in your hand?" In 2015, I questioned in my honors thesis, what conditions allow young men to thrive? That question led me to a career that questioned the ability of systems, such as schools, to support, sustain, and secure the futures of young people. I stand here grateful for the support of mentors that stayed with me, mentors that sustained me, and believed in my vision in spite of people saying, "You're crazy and too young." That vision took me to the United Nations. That vision took me to some of the top schools in this country. That vision took me to working in DC under President Obama and his White House initiative for educational excellence. I don't say all of that to bloat or make myself sound great. I say that because it took people believing me, such as Victor Holman, one of my fraternity brothers sitting here, the support that I had from brothers such as Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and countless mentors such as Chancellor Syverud, who said, "Keep going even when people think you're crazy because you're probably on to something." So, to the students in the room, as a young alumni who blinked and it's been 10 years, I want to take you back to what Adam Clayton Powell said in 1967. What is in your hand? Not what's in your friend's hand, not what's in someone else's, but what unique gifts do you have? Because I bet if you chase them with a lot of energy, you'll change the world. Thank you all so much, and have a great rest of the evening.
Congratulations, Ronald. Syracuse University has long been recognized as the best private university for veterans and military-connected students. And that distinction is a result of the tireless work by dedicated people and of extraordinary generosity by alumni who have served our country. To present this year's award, please welcome Acting Chancellor Mike Haney.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for joining us today. The Military and Veteran Alumni Award honors a graduate who has demonstrated outstanding service to veterans, their families, and embodies the warrior spirit of the Syracuse community. Syracuse University has a deep and proud tradition of service to our military-connected community, our veterans, our active duty service members, and their families, and that represents some of the most dedicated and selfless members of the Orange community. Tonight, as we present our Military Veteran Alumni Award, we honor not only the recipient, but also all those who have worn the uniform and their families standing beside them. Their commitment is something larger than themselves, and it sits at the very heart of this institution and who we are, and we are grateful. It is my distinct honor to announce that this year's Military Veteran Alumni Award recipient, a man whose generosity has fundamentally transformed the lives of thousands of veterans and military families at Syracuse University across the nation. That recipient is Daniel Daniello, class of 1968. Dan is the co-founder and chairman emeritus of the Carlyle Group. After graduating with honors from Syracuse University, Dan served in the United States Navy, earning the designation of Distinguished Naval Graduate of Officer Candidate School, the Daniello Institute for Veterans and Military Families here at Syracuse University, as well as the National Veterans Resource Center at the Daniel and Gail Daniello Building, stand as testaments to his vision, his generosity. Dan is the co-chairman of the Daniello Institute Advisory Board and a lifetime member of the Syracuse University Board of Trustees. Dan is unable to join us this evening, and he sends his regrets. He's asked that I accept this award on his behalf, and he's honored by this recognition, and it's on his way to his house right now, so he can display it proudly at home. So please join me in congratulating, celebrating Dan Daniello.
Congratulations to Mr. Daniello. The next award this evening recognizes the heart of what makes the Syracuse University alumni community so special. The people who give their time, their talent, and their energy year after year because they love this university. To announce this year's recipient, please welcome Rachel Vassell, Associate Vice President, Multicultural Advancement and Affinity Fundraising.
Good evening. The Volunteer of the Year Award honors a graduate whose volunteer service to Syracuse University has been exceptional and whose dedication to the Orange community is unwavering. I'm so pleased to introduce this year's Volunteer of the Year, someone who has turned Orange pride into a way of life. Akima Rogers, class of 1992, works at Montgomery College in Maryland, where he leads college readiness initiatives and oversees Maryland's largest and most diverse dual enrollment portfolio. He was recently promoted to Associate Vice President in Academic Affairs, further expanding his leadership in advancing institutional priorities and student success for the college. He earned his bachelor's degree from Syracuse, where he was a member of the Syracuse University Marching Band. He served as a resident advisor and was a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, along with his twin brother. Akima has remained one of the most active and enthusiastic members of our alumni community. He and his wife, Pia, who's also an alumni volunteer herself, are both now Syracuse parents. He's also a member of our Multicultural Advancement Advisory Council and is the co-founder and host of the annual DC Orange and Blue Weekend, the barbecue weekend, which is an event that began in his own backyard almost 20 years ago and now draws hundreds of alumni from across the country every year. Please join me in welcoming this year's Volunteer of the Year, Mr. Akima Rogers.
Thank you so much, Orange family. It is humbling, and I'm honored to be here. I want to thank the Syracuse University Alumni Association. I want to thank Dr. Rachel Vassell for her unwavering support of alumni, for advancing the causes that not everyone wants to talk about, and for being able to connect globally and intimately with everyone to ensure that our voices are heard. And so thank you. To Chancellor Syverud, my prayers are with you. Thank you for your leadership. And to Acting Chancellor, we are looking for exceptional things as we move forward. And we have your back, right, family? Absolutely. So as Dr. Vassell talked about, Syracuse has never really just been a place that I attended and graduated. My twin brother and I came here some years ago and enjoyed ourselves and still graduated. And then sometime later, I met my future wife, who was in law school here at the time, and she's the overachiever of our family. She has 3 degrees from here. And so when I met her, finding out she's a Syracuse alum, I thought was enough, but then to find out how phenomenal she is. So, Pia, thank you. We have, and my beautiful children, Ava, who's 13, going into high school, and is a star. And quite frankly, my wife and I are such obnoxious Syracuse alum. We said there's no way my son is going to come here. But he is here. He's made the dean's list, a double major, and he is carving his own path as a student here. And he will also graduate. And so I often get asked about why are you so obnoxious about Syracuse? Why does it mean so much to you? And then, when I talk to other professionals and they ask about, how do we get other alumni engaged? And so I say to you all, we get them engaged now when we connect with them as students. And so that it's not a place that students just pass through, but they see this as home, that it's belonging to everyone. And working in higher education, I know that there is no greater academic or cultural ecosystem than working at a university. Where else can you thrive and learn and expand your mind? And so we need to cultivate that. We need to ensure that the integrity and the mission of this institution does not change just because life is changing. We want this place to always be welcoming. When I come back here, I always call it my home, and that's how I'm able to give back in the ways that I am. So thank you all.
Our next award this evening is named for Melvin A. Eggers, who served as Chancellor of Syracuse University for 2 decades. It honors the senior members of our alumni family who have continued to make a profound difference long after their years on the Hill. To present this year's Eggers Award, please welcome Christine Abbott, member of the Syracuse University Alumni Association, Board of Directors, and Chair of the Awards Committee.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. The Melvin A. Eggers Senior Alumni Award recognizes an alumnus or alumna who graduated 50 or more years ago and whose contributions to their community and to Syracuse University have been exceptional. It is my honor to present this year's honoree. Diana Wege, class of 1976, is a New York-based conceptual artist, curator, and activist whose work confronts human negligence and the destruction of the natural environment. She graduated magna cum laude from Syracuse with a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and her work is held in collections at the U.S. Department of the Interior Museum, the Grand Rapids Art Museum, and the Wilderness Society, among others. Very impressive. Diana is a trustee of the Wege Foundation, which supports excellence in science, education, and the arts in the Great Lakes region. She is also the founder of Woven, We Oppose Violence Everywhere Now, a nonprofit devoted to conflict resolution and nonviolence, whose NICE program has led to a partnership with Syracuse University's School of Education. In 2025, she was accepted to the Yale School of the Environment to pursue a master's degree, proof that learning never stops. Please join me in honoring this year's Eggers Award winner, Diana Wege.
Not used to doing this. Thank you so much. I mean, I truly feel honored to receive this award. For one thing, Melvin Eggers was Chancellor when I was studying here. And I feel privileged to be an alumni among many in this chapel and several others who have inspired me through the years. As an artist in high school, I wanted to go to the best art school in the country, which was Rhode Island School of Design. But my mother wanted me to go to a university. And I'm so glad I chose Syracuse, and this is a little explanation of why. Saul LeWitt, one of my heroes of the art world, graduated from here and is included in every major art collection, such as the Clark Art Museum at Williams College. One of his wall pieces is the first work one encounters when entering the Yale Art Museum, and his color pencil wall pieces encompasses an entire large room at Dia Beacon in Beacon, New York. My family was invited by Syracuse to the Saul LeWitt retrospective at the Whitney Museum in New York City. The event Syracuse put on for alumni Lou Reed in the city was incredible. And alumni Joe Biden becoming president was a particularly meaningful time in my life. One of the most moving experiences, though, was at an event given by the university in New York City. Alumni Robert Menschel was chairman of the board of the Museum of Modern Art. And when the museum reopened after the renovation honoring its 75th anniversary, he created an event one evening for only Syracuse. And everybody had been clamoring with timed tickets to get into the newly renovated thing, and we could just walk around freely. It was amazing. When I saw in front of me the new Chancellor, Nancy Cantor, at a lectern, speaking in front of Monet's water lilies at this event, I turned to my husband, Tim, and said, "This is why I ended up coming to Syracuse." Receiving this award is a reminder of how rewarding an experience being an alumni of Syracuse is. Thank you.
We now arrive at the highest honor presented this evening, the George Arents Award, the most prestigious honor awarded by the Alumni Association. To introduce our Arents Award recipients, please welcome Syracuse University Alumni Association Vice President Katie Walpole, a member of the class of 2012.
Well, good evening, everyone. Alumni Association President Alana Berry wishes she could have been here tonight, but she was tied up with a work event. She sends her regrets, and it is an honor to stand in her place tonight. There's something truly special about gathering in this place with this community in a place that we love, and especially for tonight. Being back on campus, surrounded by people who bleed orange as much as I do, it never gets old. And tonight, we get to celebrate the very best among us. It is truly a privilege to be part of this celebration and to help present the George Arents Award. The Arents Award is named for George Arents, a successful manufacturer who served on the university's board of trustees for 30 years. A fund he endowed in 1939 allows us to recognize Syracuse University alumni and leaders for their extraordinary achievements. The physical award was created for the university by Peter Yanowin, a member of the class of 1969. Tonight, we are proud to recognize two extraordinary individuals who have brought great distinction to themselves and Syracuse University with this honor. To start the presentation, we're going to play a video, and I hope you enjoy it.
If I could describe Dr. Chen and Chancellor Syverud in one word, it would be devoted.
If I had to choose one word to describe both of these incredible friends, professionals, colleagues, I think the best word would be nimble.
Committed.
Generous.
Compassionate.
Empathetic.
Optimist.
Tireless.
Principled.
Intelligent.
I think that they are a great team. They complement each other, and they become a much stronger pair because of each other.
They invest in every human in which they interact, and I can assure you that the institution itself of Syracuse University will have a new sense of purpose and identity and strength because of all of the accomplishments of both Professor Chen and Chancellor Syverud.
From the moment they wake up, they have been working on behalf of Syracuse University to make it a better place and one that is inclusive and welcoming to all. That's the lasting impact of Dr. Chen and Chancellor Syverud.
I don't feel I'm giving, but I'm receiving to see how people selflessly working for one another is the best reward one can hope to receive.
I grew up on Lake Ontario and had always been a Syracuse fan, and I felt at home here fairly quickly. I taught my first class of Syracuse students in 2014 and was looking forward to making a difference here.
What they're leaving behind is a university that's transformed, and they've deepened what it means to be orange.
It's the students' spirit of can-do after allowing them to experience a world-class, global, first-rate education, both of them breathing new life, new possibilities for Syracuse University.
There are so many memorable moments I've had in the 12 years. The thing that I'm most proud of is what it took to enable Syracuse University to stay open and safe through 2020 and into 2021.
Even in the face of many, many challenges, he does a great job of pulling together with the rest of his leadership team and our community at large to find the way forward.
You've seen it in every stage of how Syracuse University has evolved. It has been the hallmark of the 7 years that I've been with him, and obviously the 12 years that he's been with the university.
What was special about Syracuse when we came is what's special about Syracuse now, which is an incredible fraction of people here are unentitled, self-starting, decent people who want this place to be better. And that makes it a joy to work here.
You're not going to find two people who love Syracuse University more than Dr. Ruth Chen and Chancellor Kent Syverud. It's the tireless work. It's the example that with this degree, you can go into any room and be successful. We have a responsibility to build on that and to carry it forward.
The students are unafraid, so I feel when they go out into the world, they can contribute it very positively, and they have. So that makes me feel very glad that I'm here.
The team accomplished a lot in the last 12 years. All the things we all did together, it took a lot out of everybody here, but this community pulled together to do it. And the long-term benefit to our students and our staff have redounded in all sorts of ways to who we are today.
There are so many milestones that have been achieved, whether it's campus transformation, whether it's Micron, whether it's fundraising and endowment growth. The transformation, and I think what Dr. Chen and the Chancellor care most about, is the amazing student experience that we've delivered to so many students, and the care and love that we've continued to give and they've continued to give to our alumni. I think those are the milestones that are lasting and the things that matter the most to Dr. Ruth Chen and Chancellor Syverud.
When you think about exemplary achievements for the benefit of others, one in engineering and environmental toxicology and the other in law and in leadership, this is an incredible capstone to two amazing careers that will be game-changing for the institution, not just now, but in decades to come.
I would like Syracuse students to know that no matter where they go in the world, they will be forever orange, and because they're orange, they should aim to go far.
Well, it's clear from that video just how much Syracuse University means to Dr. Chen and Chancellor Kent Syverud. And so I'm honored to present the 2020 Arents Award to Dr. Ruth Chen for excellence in environmental health and public service, and to Chancellor Kent Syverud for excellence in higher education leadership. Accepting the awards on behalf is Syracuse University trustee Neil Gold, a graduate of the class of 1970, who is also celebrating with our senior alumni reunion attendees this weekend. Neil, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Well, that video says it all, doesn't it? It's my great honor to accept this prestigious and much-deserved award on behalf of Chancellor Syverud and Dr. Chen, recognizing their many years of leadership and dedicated selfless service to our university, and indeed to our entire community. I'm sure they will cherish this award, and I thank you on their behalf.
Thank you so much, Neil. At this time, I'd like to invite this evening's MC back to the podium.
Before we close our program this evening, we have the great joy of hearing from the Hendricks Chapel Choir, who will perform a song dedicated to Chancellor Syverud and Dr. Chen, followed by our beloved alma mater. The choir is an auditioned ensemble, all-student choir. They will have visited every inhabited continent on Earth by the choir's centennial jubilee. Their next trip is to Africa and then Oceania. Welcome to the Hendricks Chapel Choir, a choir that embodies all the best parts of our university, our desires to serve one another, our university, community, and world. Tonight, they will first sing Ndi Kokele Bawo, a South African song, and are dedicating this song to Chancellor Syverud and Dr. Chen. And now, everyone, please stand if you are able as we sway and sing the Syracuse University alma mater together. Can we give our Hendricks Chapel Choir one more round of applause as they go back to their seats? I know we are all wishing them safe traveling mercies as they head to Africa and Oceania, and always know that the spirit of Orange is with you guys. So we support you and we're so proud of you all. All right, everyone. Well, what a beautiful evening. Yes, another round of applause is fine. On behalf of the Syracuse University Alumni Association and the entire Orange family, thank you to our remarkable honorees, our award presenters, Dean Kantrowitz, and the extraordinary Hendricks Chapel Choir. You are invited to continue the celebration immediately following tonight's program at the reception in the Myron Victory Court. Please join us all there. And for our award honorees, we are taking pictures, so please do not leave just yet. Thank you all, and go Orange.